a team that they could just chop down was unfortunately their undoing. Speaking about undoing, this fight was really clean from WBG, but the Moonbane gave their position away to every single team in the area, which is why they were third-partied by as many Viper Tessa Wuchen compositions as they were. So yes, it backed them that fight win, but it did mean that they got knocked out of the lobby pretty early on afterwards. OUG now coming on through with a fight win against those players from WBG, using that no ult zone to force them into a really tough position, having repositioned with the Wuchen TP out of it already. As here's GG coming on through with their Realm of Yang fight win. So GS looking for that jump parry, not going to be able to find it, utilizing the combo break to break out of the prio uppercut connection coming on through from his opponent, as X1 getting to work 3 against 1. And you know what? This reminds me of old school TE dunk for a reason. LYD was old school TE, but that engagement, that 3 versus 1 player engagement off of the back of that combo breaker coming in through from the Kylin to set up into the Dragon Slayers into Nessus, that is TXJ's Yodo F1 all over again.
Indeed. And, you know, I think I was indeed right. Hey, Moxie, we do have that Kylan coming out with that MVP. Orton, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link, Moxie, as we've seen time and time again that players can suffer mentally and lose their, lose their stride, lose their momentum.
Speaking about losing momentum, look at all that momentum lost immediately because VVV has the F2.
From VVV F2. I saw it, I was like, F2 value, let's go! Goodness.
You know, like, he's been an F2 warlord on the Takeda. The last time he played the Takeda was the F2 MVP. So I would not be surprised if he's able to do the same over and over again. This is all of the important moments. This is after JL were able to get their hands on that White Tiger's Paris. This is poor OUG getting absolutely bullied in the Mercury River. Mercury poisonous, but unfortunately that Takeda Fury shot a little bit more dangerous, especially when it's followed up by 2 other players from JL. With all of the focus fire coming on through. This is the moment that they were able to force that Wuchen teleport, trying to figure out where exactly those players have gone, sets up that Dragon Slayers, trying to build into the Nessus, gets another ultimate into the activation knockback to set up for the charged R&D overhead swing of that spear. There's GG getting the revive on one of their players. It does unfortunately cost them one of them, as we can hear all of the comms coming through. And I would wager that is them saying, I've got one locked down in Clyde Weaver. Absolutely bully them with the spear once they've been grabbed in. This is the moment, unfortunately, for JL, where it goes a little bit pear-shaped. They're able to find a lovely wisp onto the Karumi, but that Mitari just able to blink fully away from it. And the Poison Splash indeed adding to the health bars, just slowly starting to move further and further down, allowing LXM to outlive absolutely all of them. And there it is. It is going to be JL's VVV. How many MVPs of the season has
figuring out all of the tendencies of every single team for this exact kind of situation, so that if they know that a team is at match point, that they know where that team is likely going to want to spawn, or where they want to do, where they want to be to rotating around, what kind of tendency they have in terms of character pick, what's their most comfortable composition, what do they think that they're going to opt to go for, and that sort of thing. However, we say that, but the team, all the teams have also probably spent time in investing time into making sure that they're not readable, and that in those situations they've given away, little hints and that sort of thing to mislead players and mislead coaches into thinking that certain teams will do certain things. But this perfect demonstration of team play coming out from X1, consolidating fully onto singular players, able to lock them down, 3 versus 1, 3, 2, 1, absolutely obliterate their health bars. The end game here, LYD sending that Hector, the beautiful Hector detach animation with that lightsaber skin. We love to see it. Very, very nice. Sending out all those beams, sending out those lasers, the 1, 2, 3s, staying together and holding that ultimate low ground. We always, in a lot of games, and a lot of different, I have the high ground now, like it's, you might think the high ground is supreme. However, the ultimate low ground is actually extremely beneficial with certain compositions, certain weapons, that sort of thing. If you've got like blender jades, like cavalry bloom, all sorts of different things, you can do extremely well on that low ground when a lot of teams actually usually go for that high ground.
Well, speaking about the high ground, it is going to be the Temmie jump.
So well so far today. I mean, that's why they're in contention right now, but still, it is kind of... It's possible. It's very possible. But again, we could see a team that's not there come in and deny it for these two teams, for X1 and JL. And yeah, this Wu-Chen TP, very sad to see. And hey, it is what it is. And maybe we need to fine-tune the Wu-Chen ultimates a little bit. But then again, that one was a bit rough, because in that situation they came in and they thought that they were on the front foot and that they had the agency to third party well, but then they immediately got turned on and just absolutely destroyed. The Viper just getting 100 to 0 was very surprising. I think the Wu-Chen just didn't even have the ult placed down in that situation, and he just had to throw it down. And because of the nerfs to Wu-Chen from a while ago now, he wasn't able to put it that far away. It was very easy for all the players in the area to immediately tell exactly where they went, because now there's a pillar of light from where that appears from where the Wu-Chen team teleported to. So it's a rough one, certainly. This one as well, again, another rough Wu-Chen teleport to try and get off, as you're trying to iframe a Viper ultimate. It's not easy whatsoever. JL being able to hold on to this spot, doing an extremely good job of staying alive until the very end. TXJ staying alive until the last second, along with a DRG WX98, pulling off that.
Were denied by Alliance, and DRG in turn are denied the opportunity of walking away MVP and ending the day early in the next game we head into.
Indeed, but the possibility is still open for X1 and JL. So even though they didn't have the best game in this most recent one on Holoroth, they still have another chance to end the day early. Speaking of this last game, we're taking a look at these highlights sponsored by Thunder Robot. That alliance play to fully deny ASE in the realm of Yang, beautifully done. Completely locking down multiple players and bursting them instantaneously. Alliance playing the long game on this Spirit Well as well. The first Spirit Well where they were contested early, backed off, and then came in for the third party on the two other teams who came in to try and contest it themselves. And then playing at this end zone, this end game Spirit Well situation very well. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how they managed it. There was so much going on at the same time. It was extremely hard to keep
that they had. But looking at the replays, that was not a problem GL suffered from. This was textbook.
Oh, this was so nice to see. I really want to find out whether or not one thing actually did have group advantage. I think actually no, yeah, he definitely did. I'm looking at the health bars right now. One thing pops a heal, and BDB starts healing up as well. So he's definitely got that group advance seal. It certainly made the difference in this fight. Able to constantly stay topped up, with the zipping constantly being focused down by JL, it was made very difficult for X1 to recover in this fight. They didn't need to necessarily use that Kurumi ultimate. They didn't need to commit their cooldown, whereas on the other side for X1, they really did need to use that zipping healing, that zipping ultimate very early, as they were able to focus him down so effectively early on in that fight, making it just a matter of time. As they were constantly pressuring them, they knew that at a point they were going to break, and they were going to be able to finally lock them down and get the dub in the realm of the game. But yeah, as you said, it is surprising that they didn't know that it was them. But then again, that speaks to how difficult it can really be to know who you're fighting against and know who is who in these end circles, in these games. And this was immense. This oh my goodness, just everyone all grouped together in one spot. BBV able to take full advantage of it, just getting so many kills, so much value out of this Zai ultimate. And we saw VVV, you know, in VVV fashion,